the NFC clearly has 3 top dogs. Sorry, Vikings.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The Cowboys look strong after taking down the Eagles, and despite Philly's loss, they still have the best record in the NFL at 13-2. And the 49ers are rolling with Brock Purdy and have won 8 straight.
Yeah.
We still got a lot of holiday spirit left in us, so let's play a game with these teams.
Okay.
This week is when you can return presents you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
So if these teams were gifts, who are you keeping and who are you regifting and who are you returning?
Okay, so I'm keeping the Niners.
Okay.
I think the Niners are, this is not just because I picked them before the season to go to the Super Bowl. The Niners have been dominant for 2 months.
Yeah.
The Chiefs crushed them, and since then, they have been absolutely rolling. And they've done it despite the fact that they have a rookie 7th rounder at quarterback. I am regifting the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys right now are very dangerous and getting healthy at the right time. And I'm returning Philly. Listen, the 2 most important players on Philly's offense are their quarterback and their right tackle, Lane Johnson. Lane Johnson is done. They say just for the regular season. They hope for him back in the playoffs. I'm skeptical. And their quarterback, his injury is to his throwing shoulder. The idea that he is going to come back and just be the guy he was before is, to me, overly optimistic, especially
because got that run game to fall back on, though.
But so I'm glad you mentioned that, Demonze. I would be incredibly nervous if I were Philly with my designed runs with him.
Right.
That you know what I mean? So it's just the worst case scenario that your quarterback, who was it's in some people's minds the league MVP, has an injury to his throwing shoulder. They are the most effective 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1 team. Why? Because they do that rugby scrum where he runs into the line of scrimmage and gets pushed by his own teammates.
Right.
Are you going to be comfortable doing that with this guy? So the injury you suffered to your shoulder is an AC joint sprain.
Right.
He suffered what's called an SC joint strain, which means sternoclavicular. So I'm obviously not a doctor, but the sternum and your clavicle, that area, that concerns me, man. So their secondary's banged up. Their right tackle is out. Their quarterback's currently out. They have no playoff experience with this roster and this coach, except for 1 game last year when they got crushed. I think Philly is the peak too early team, unlucky injury team. I'd be very nervous if I were them.
So, what do we do with the Vikings? Sorry if you were.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
What are we going to do with the Vikings? We throw them away?
Vikings are tough because here's how I see it going for the Vikings. It's very simple. I think the Vikings in the first round of the playoffs are playing either the Giants, Washington, Detroit, whomever. Should win that game. Then they play San Francisco in round 2 and get annihilated. That's what I think is going to happen with the Vikings. And by the way, the Giants just played them as close as you can play a team. They beat the Giants in Minnesota on a 61-yard field goal at the gun. So I don't think the Vikings are a lock if they play the Giants, or the Lions for that matter, to win in round 1. I think I would pick them to win, but I don't think they're a lock. I think they're dead to the Niners. Go ahead.
Is Brock Purdy quarterback come playoff time?
Well, I believe so. I mean, listen, Jimmy is still hurt, but with Purdy playing the way he's been playing, even if Jimmy got healthy,
right,
I think I'd roll with Brock Purdy. But right now, he's their only quarterback option. Josh Johnson is their backup.
So if, say, in a crazy world, the Vikings beat the Niners because Brock Purdy's nervous in the playoffs or something.
That could happen. Go ahead.
The Vikings, you can't see the
No,
Vikings.
well, listen, if they get past the Niners, then absolutely you've got to open up a possibility they go to the Super Bowl. I don't think they could get past the Niners.
All right.
I just don't. I think that Niners defense is too good.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.